So you're thinking about buying or selling your home. You've got tons of questions. Well, I'm here today to help you, and my expert edge advisor, I call her my real estate guru, Rhonda Duffy of Duffy Realty of Atlanta. You're the #1 agent, and there's a reason. You help people get more for their homes, but then you've got this, well, explain to me about having the buyer's agent.
We have buyer experts.
So
they represent the rights of the buyer. Which, by the way, you can change my name from guru to angel, because an angel is there to protect, and that's what we want to do. We want to protect the rights of the buyer. But many people think, well, I don't need a buyer's agent. I'll just go straight to the listing agent. I'll go to new construction. I'll buy directly from the on-site agent. What they don't recognize is that the person paying the commission gets the representation. So everyone is working legally against the buyer. And that's what the buyer senses, but they can't articulate, so they make mistakes. So if you're buying a house, you need to know that you can get free representation, but you have to hire them in writing to represent you. And that divides the interest of the agent who's representing the buyer from getting the seller the highest price. Now, no buyer wants to pay the highest price, right?
Right.
So you've got to divide that interest by having a legal representation form. The form does not have to say that you're going to give your firstborn and your right leg. It doesn't have to say all of that. It just has to stay in writing that you want that representation. And when you get that representation, the agent is legally bound to keep your confidentiality, help you with investigation, help you find the best priced home for your situation, right? So many people mess this up though. You've got to already establish this relationship before you start telling an agent the reasons why you're buying that home, okay? So many people come in and they're like, well, I'm gonna protect myself. I'm not gonna say what I'm willing to pay. But what they mess up on is they say, well, I've gotta get into this neighborhood. My family lives in this neighborhood. Or I'm required by the hospital. I'm a doctor and I'm required to be 20 minutes away. All of these things can be spilled back to the seller, and you're going to pay a higher price for that information. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. In other words, you need somebody to represent you who's literally on your side.
Right. And what do you have to do to get them? You have to hire them in writing. Otherwise, they can tell you that they represent you, but they don't legally represent you. They represent the seller who's paying their commission.
Wow.
Very big step in buying a home.
Thank you for that expert edge advice.
And competitive edge.
Duffy Realty of Atlanta, a better way.